Welcome back. Let's tell you about this story now. A 46-year-old man has broken his silence on a priest who allegedly raped him in his teens. 30 years after the abuse, William Segodisho details the crimes he says a Jesuit priest committed. Segodisho says the Catholic Church, relocated his abuser to the United Kingdom in 1990. Earlier this year, he opened a case at the Hillbrow police station and wants the culprit to face criminal prosecution. Now, church officials have apologized to Segodisho and say the priest has been removed from all active ministry. Please note that this story contains details of child sexual abuse and child rape. Viewer discretion is advised.
Father of 7, William Segodisho, wants the Catholic Church to listen. What's more, he wants action against his alleged abuser. On Tuesday, Segodisho broke his silence, telling his story of surviving child sexual abuse. In the 1980s, a homeless Segodisho found his way to a child shelter in Johannesburg. A Jesuit priest took notice and got him into a Catholic school. To celebrate, he says they had a meal where the priest allegedly plied a young Segodisho with whiskey.
It seemed there was a condition. All I had to do was just give him a bit of pleasure.
The next day, he says, the man threatened him.
I was never to tell anyone about this.
Between the age of 13 and 17, says Segodisho, the abuse escalated. The man would take the child to restaurants, buy him clothes, and then force him to perform sexual acts. In time, he says, Father committed rape.
After plying me with alcohol as usual, whilst I was in that state, drunk, he took the opportunity to penetrate me, and he raped me. But after about an hour or so in the shower, I felt a bit cleaner, and I took a walk to the beachfront. Then he called me out said, let's go and have breakfast, William. What's the matter? You don't look so happy. So, I'm not well. I have this pain in my behind. I don't know. Do you know anything about it? And then he was saying, you must have fallen off the bed because you drank too much last night. But I knew that there was no such. And so he gave me some painkillers.
Segodisho says another clergyman later sexually abused him too, but he says the second priest did not rape him. When Segodisho was about 17, he told the second priest to report Father. In 1990, he says the church transferred his rapist overseas. And for a decade after that, Segodisho became involved in drugs and crime. Now, with the support of his wife and other survivors, he's speaking out. He wants his abuser to face criminal prosecution in South Africa.
There was a reason that he came to South Africa, and we know of the reason he went back to Burma. He's a career paedophile. He's a career. He's not going to just change countries and change behavior.
The fact that the church did not immediately act appropriately to ensure that an abuser was reported to the police and removed from society makes them guilty of the sexual abuse of an unquantifiable number of victims.
Segodisho opened a case at the Hillbrow police station in February. He's certain Father abused others and hopes raising his voice will move other victims to join him. Aaron Bates, Johannesburg.